Hello, everybody. It's Simon Woods. I'm a sales engineer at Converter. Thank you very much. This is the second video that we're going to do around integrating between the Converter platform and Salesforce Sales Cloud. In the previous video, we told you some of the prereqs that you require within Salesforce, namely getting a standard user set up with a username and password and their security token, and also setting up the connected app with a consumer key and consumer secret. So in this one, what we're going to do is show you how we put those things together and deliver leads to Salesforce. So we've got a converter campaign in front of us, and what we want to do is first of all click on processor. And once in the processor section, we click on integration. And then we click on add job. Click on the down arrow and you should see Salesforce integration, and then click save. And then you can see here we have a load of different configuration options. So what we're going to do is use the information that we previously ascertained in the previous video. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. So we need the username, which is what of the standard user. So Salesforce does like using email addresses. I need to put the password in as well. And then the client ID and client secret, these align to the consumer ID and consumer secret we created earlier. So I'm just going to copy those in. Make sure there's no spaces in them. That's quite long. And then the client secret as well. And then the security ID. Which is tied to the user rather than the connected app as such. Make sure there's no spaces there. And then finally, the API URL. So this usually forms a token of something along the lines of your organization, mysalesforce.com, and then it's sort of slash OAuth 2 slash tokens. So I'm just going to copy that in now. So just to actually show you what I mean by that, it's this value here actually. So just go back in to here. HTTPS. Yep. So it's your sort of org name, mysalesforce.com, services, OAuth, and then token. Okay. And then what we need to do is start mapping the fields as well. So we've got a very basic form here, which only just going to save that for a second. But if you look at my actual form itself, you can see that we've got a very basic form, which is first name, last name, email, telephone, and company name. So if we go back into the processor here, and then integration, and then configure. So we've got all our options here. So on this one here as well, update exists. If it's set to no, if there's an existing lead, it will create another lead for that person in Salesforce. If you set it to yes, what will then happen is if there is an existing lead that hasn't been converted, then it will update that existing lead and what have you. So in this instance, we're going to choose no, because it's a fairly new Salesforce org. But if you don't want duplicates to be created, then you should change that to yes. And we're just going to map the fields. So on the left-hand side, what we have are the Salesforce fields. So company is one that we have in our form. We haven't got state address or postcode or title, but we've got first name, last name, and we've got email, and we've got Salesforce campaign ID. So if you need to post the leads towards a Salesforce campaign, you can do so as well, but we're not doing it in this instance. And description. So it's essentially 5 fields that we're interested in. So what we're going to do now is save that. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the leads page. And then I've got a form here that I'm just going to fill out just to drive some leads through. So I'm just going to drive these through. Give it a valid UK number. And company name. Choose opt-in and then choose submit. Okay. So we've submitted that lead now. If I go into the demo dashboard and just refresh that, and we can see here that our lead it's valid and it's been delivered. So Salesforce integration has gone well there. And then if I actually go into my instance of Salesforce and go and look at today's leads, I think is the one that we want. And we can see that that's come through there as well. So hopefully that's given you some background on how we set that up and how we integrate between Converter and the Salesforce platform. Hope you find this video interesting.